Many stars and influencers go on Kumu to connect with fans. One of the founders of the live streaming app is a celebrity himself. TV host and DJ KC Montero joins us for tonight's Celebrities in Business. KC, great to have you with us.
Thanks for having me, and I'm super honored to be here with you.
Wow, 5 years of Kumu.
Yeah, we just celebrated a couple days ago.
Well, how has it been since day one of Kumu, now that you are in your 5th year?
So day one, I was just telling you, Kumu actually has transformed from many versions of Kumu. We arrived in the Philippines and we weren't even really a live stream app. We were like a messaging app that wasn't really good at messaging. But there was something inside of the app that people were doing, and it was live streaming. So we said, hey, there's a spark here, and so maybe we should pivot and do that. And so from then it's been, we've just been putting our heads down, and we've been working really hard to create the communities and give, like our real biggest goal is to make sure that Filipino creators have an avenue to create, and that's what we've been doing. So yeah, we went from small condos to big offices to smaller condos to, great heights during the pandemic to, getting real after the pandemic. Yeah, so it's been a roller coaster, and it's awesome.
You talked about the great heights during the pandemic. And of course, you were ahead of your time. 2017, live stream applications were still not a fad, but from 2020 all the way up until 2022, everyone was just talking about Kumu. It was just like a byword. Everyone would say, oh, are you on Kumu? Are you on Kumu? Do you have a program on Kumu?
It was, especially during the pandemic, right? Because there was a huge, no one was going to work.
Yeah.
Everyone is at home. And a lot of our new content creators at that time were a lot of the celebrities that were on, TV, that their shows also were canceled. Also ABS-CBN, when they had their issue in the past, there was a void for their artists to go somewhere.
And a lot of singers didn't have any concerts.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, during the pandemic, the performances, the live television programs were the first one to go and also the last one to open.
Exactly.
So Kumu was really the platform.
We will take you all. We will take you all. Yeah, I actually don't know the number, but we are like full-time jobs for a lot of people. And sometimes it's 10,000 pesos, sometimes it's 20,000. We've had people buy houses and cars and support their whole family, but sometimes people just make 1,000 a whole month. But that's a lot of money for some people.
For a lot of people as well, members of your community, I mean, they became stars themselves. They didn't have to come out on television. They didn't have to come out on radio. They had their own personal TV programs on Kumu.
I mean, a lot of our creators are Kumu, we call it Kumu famous, right? They're famous inside Kumu, and they are happy and content with being Kumu famous. And there's a lot of artistas who have come to Kumu and they just can't make it. Because I think the biggest thing inside of Kumu and what makes people successful is there's that real connection with the community. And that's another one of the things that we really like to talk about, is because the connection is real, it's deep, and it's true.
And the participants are not just Gen Zs, millennials, but also baby boomers. I had some classmates who even had their own programs. They were singing 3 times a week. They would have talk shows. They would have singing programs.
We had Tita
They just had to showcase their talents.
Yeah, Cess was on for a long time, and she actually had her own little virtual gift. It's not all about singing. It's not all about sometimes people don't have.
It's all about talk as well.
It's talk. It's just really bonding with these people, and you go to the other apps like Instagram and Twitter, and you'll have thousands or 500 people watching, or even 100. But on Kumu, you can have 10, 15, and some people are like, that's it. But those people will support you for a long time.
But how is it these days, KC? The economy has opened, more people are out and about. How are you pivoting? How are you adjusting your operations to keep that community intact?
I mean, we can't lie and say that after the pandemic, things have kind of, I guess our rocket ship has slowed down a little bit.
But you have to be creative.
So everyone is going back to work. So we are also going to chase them in their work, right? So we're also showing up in events. We're also doing our own our own in real life events. So we're showing up. We're supplying talent also to other people that might need some singers because we have fantastic singers inside of Kumu. We worked with Resorts World a lot. We supplied a lot of the talent there that every night, you know.
Who became famous during the pandemic.
Yes. And now you have to imagine like the singers inside of Kumu, for them that's a really big deal also because they're now out, they're on stage in front of a live audience. So it's a win-win.
And making money.
And making money double because they're streaming and also they're making money from, you know, the establishment that's paying them.
So how many supporters, how many account holders, how many people have programs on Kumu? Has it raced past 1 million?
Last I remember, and this was a couple years ago, we've had over 12 million downloads.
Wow.
Now, obviously, that's just downloads. We don't know exactly how many are stay there. But it's not 12 million a month. But we're very steady. We're solid. We're actually doing other things. You know, Kumu has a Kumu verse.
Yeah.
And so we have introduced other apps also other than Kumu because, you know, live streaming isn't for everyone.
Yeah.
It's
you still have to have the talent for live streaming.
It's intimidating for a lot of people, right? So another thing, and because we like to provide an avenue or a platform to, again, showcase Filipino talent, we have something called Pen Lab. So Pen Lab, you know this, that a lot of the comics and illustrators and animators in some of the biggest movies around the world are Filipino or Pinoy.
That's right.
And so we've created an app called Pen Lab that is all about Pinoy comics.
Wow.
So they can upload Treses on Pen Lab. So you can upload your, it's like Netflix for comics. And
you really have to expand the base, right?
We have something called Type Kita. So Type Kita is literally type kita, as in you can earn.
Yeah.
So it's another type to earn type of thing. So you know, your generation, my generation, every generation, when you were young,
can relate.
You wanted to shout out, and you had so many emotions. So type kita is just like it's like a novel in your hands, and you just do it through text.
Wow, you really have to be creative. You have to think of more ideas, especially now with more live streaming applications coming into the market. But what about you personally? You're a TV actor, you're a TV host, you're a social media influencer. How involved are you in the day-to-day operations of Kumu?
The day-to-day operations, I mean, there's a lot of people that are way more connected than me. My main kind of task is kind of to onboard other people, you know, like shout out to Community James and all the other founders that are really running the ship. But my job is really kind of just to
market, to promote
market it and get it out there. I'm like probably the loudest mouthpiece. Yeah.
So what are the plans now of Kumu going forward now that you are into your 6th year? And of course, and beyond.
And beyond. So yeah, we have those other apps that are happening inside the Kumu-verse. We have a lot of new programs that are coming out, doing a lot of the old stuff that actually did work for us. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we're introducing things like Kumu Seria, and these are hugely popular.
Like teleseries, huh?
Yes, but they're like,
My
this is
goodness.
different. It's like they're 1 minute. So that we can share them on other social media.
Is that the attention level of Filipinos right now, or for any person for that matter? I always hear about even just 10 seconds, 30 or 60 seconds.
Now, unfortunately,
is that our attention level right now?
Because
KC?
of apps like, I'd say, like Instagram and TikTok. Oh my gosh, TikTok, it's like maybe 1 second, right?
Yeah.
And Kumu, like, it's not, because you're there, you're talking, you're there for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. Sometimes people are there for 12 hours. But obviously, those other social media apps exist, and we need to be relevant on them as well. So, like, a minute drama series that is perfect to be, you know.
I gotta see this.
Apps. Yeah. Oh, they're
Kumu Seria.
I have one. I can.
You have one.
Yeah.
All right. Of course, it's really important to protect your members in the community.
Yeah.
How are you securing the environment, regardless of gender or age, from bashers?
Oh, so also we brag about how safe we are.
Okay.
You know, like even me, like sometimes I'll write something. I'll like write the word grass, and I'll get banned. I'm like, it's just grass, but there's other, you know, it says some other things in there. But like we're very, very, you know, against any type of cyberbullying, and that's also a reason why a lot of artistas before they really liked it, because you know they're used to a lot of bashing on other apps, and there's no police on those other apps. So we have a full-on like parang barangay setup of our KP, which is the Kumu Police, and they're there in everyone's streams, and they're making sure that everyone is behaving.
behaving and following the rules and regulations of Kumu. And finally, if there are still our viewers out there who want to join the Kumu community and want to do live stream, what is your advice to them, KC?
I mean, it's cliche to always say be yourself.
Yeah.
If you join Kumu, just don't be shy. Just go out there. You know, even if you don't live stream yourself, go and chat. Because you can just chat and you can watch other people's live streams and you can gift them and you can become a part of their community first, and then they will accept you with open arms, and then, you know, they can help you, you know, finally maybe make that transition to be a streamer yourself. Or you don't have to be a streamer. It's fine. You can enjoy the content like myself. I don't stream that much, but I watch a lot of stuff there. Yeah.
Congratulations on the 5th anniversary of Kumu, and thank you so much for joining us on the final word.
I got one last final word before I get out of here, because we're speaking of founders. Something that I also, if you didn't know this, I'm so deep into Web3 and NFTs right now. And I just started a new community called Saints of LA. So they're all watching right now. We're a brand new NFT project, and it's all about the art. Look at that.
My God.
We should make you a one of one, an honorary member, right?
Thank you so much.
All the Saints.
The avatar, that's an avatar.
Yes, this is it. This is worth $1 million. Just kidding.
Congratulations. Thank you so much for joining us. The co-founder of Kumu, KC Montero.
Thanks for having me.